Let's talk about victims' rights in Port Townsend. Sorry, what I meant to say is other places. So one of the gals that came to speak at Port Townsend at the Amy Sousa press conference, she also spoke at Robert Zerfing's event. She was attacked in Tacoma. And the Tacoma City recognized there was a crime. And she's a victim. And they sent her a letter and said, you're a victim of a crime. There's restitution, whatever. You don't have a choice to not be a victim. There's a victim. There was a crime. You know, it's on video. We're going to do this. The city of Port Townsend, they say there is no crime. There is no victim, even if it's on video. Even, I believe someone said that, and I haven't got this in writing yet, but that Officer Sharif said, so I got the officer cam footage where the officers are saying that Ryan Harris assaulted the officer Sharif at Amy Sousa's press conference. This man, Ryan Harris, assaulted an officer. The officer told Julie Jaman that he chooses not to be a victim. Well, in the real world outside of Port Townsend, you can't choose to not be a victim. You're a victim by law, okay? So we're not a victim. We don't get victims' rights. We don't get to speak at sentencing and say our victim rights, okay? They do whatever they want. So Port Townsend is not a place where victims have rights because the prosecutors, the police, the city attorney, they all control everything and they say who's a victim and who has rights, right? But it's not like that in other places in Washington, which I was surprised. You can't be like, I choose not to be a victim, right? Why is that, Officer Sharif? Because you want your, a $12,000 bonus if they promise to stay 3 years or whatever. So, and City Manager John Morrow, he got like up to $200,000 a year, so he got a big bonus. So everybody gets to be like, none of that happened. It didn't happen. It happened to us. It's on video. Okay, we are victims. Though a lot of those women are traumatized, still haven't been able to leave their house. People had injuries and theft and PTSD and bad things happen to them. And we have victims' rights. But in Port Townsend, victim? I'm choosing not to be a victim. I believe, I heard that was a direct quote from Officer Sharif, even though I have the officer cam that he was assaulted an officer, which prevented him from arresting Alex French, who was assaulting somebody. Okay, so an officer can't say, I'm not a victim. It interfered with his line of work, which makes the whole public a victim. Okay, Chief Tommy Olson's trying to sweep all this under the rug, but guess what? I got me a rug dissolver, and you're going to be seeing it all, okay? Victims are not just who drink the Port Townsend government Kool-Aid. Victims are not just the ones who go to the basement to cry because they've been misgendered. There's other types of victims too, you know. Victims of actual physical crime